Hey baddies, welcome back to my ADHD Diaries, and today I wanted us to talk about detachment. So the way I was walking and I just was like, I have to do this video. I don't even have an intro for this video, but specifically detachment. Like I just felt like I need to tell you guys about this. So as you guys know that I was obviously going through rejection, going through tough times, whatever you want to call it, loneliness that I'm now being forced into, but it just clicked to me while I'm in this particular healing journey that actually everything can be redefined. Like you can redefine every single thing. Yes, I know it's very difficult in the moment to think about what you're going through and be a victim in what you're going through, but victimhood is what actually traps us. And what came to my mind was the power of detachment. So detachment is not always something bad. I was literally reading John 2, and it like John 1 and John 2, it speaks about, Jesus performing his first miracles, right? And in that part it talks about how when Jesus had to make the wine, right? Mary went to Jesus and said, the wine is finished. So she was rushing, and Jesus was like, woman, it is not time yet. So he said, let's delay a bit. Then she, instead of freaking out, went to the servants and said, go fill some barrels with water and just don't think about too much. Just go do that. And then diggy, 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 Jesus turns water into wine. And in the end, like a guy that was part of the wedding party, the one who tasted the wine before it went to the bridegroom, he was like, wow, usually people bring out their worst wine last when everyone is drunk, but you brought out your best wine last. So like that whole situation, and like, oh gosh, it just really clicked to me that you can redefine everything. Certain things that look like rejection can be redirection. The best for last, like the concept of the best for last, the concept of Mary not feeling like Jesus has rejected the situation, but she stayed in faith that everything is going to work out in time. And then Jesus himself saying, wait, like the discernment, the detachment from the situation, the stress, the problems that were going on in that time, to just be like, oh, it will be sorted out. It is so beautiful. And while I was walking, I literally in my mind was like, I am redefining this stage of loneliness, and I'm calling it solitude, because loneliness comes with certain facts. So once you've decided that you are in loneliness, that means you have also taken upon the burdens of this person has left you, your mom has left you, because loneliness means alone, right? So meaning every single point or pillar that represents certain people in our lives, whether it's a friend, whether it's a partner, whether it's a sister, whatever it is, that means you're saying you have lack of. And loneliness will creep in certain times where you feel like the space that you're in is a lonely space. So that evil that comes with loneliness can be redefined into solitude. So once you say solitude, you have more of a stability, a detachment from pain, a detachment from rejection, a detachment from why am I here and why is everyone else there? You don't feel FOMO. There's so much that you have now disqualified because you've turned the word loneliness into solitude. So solitude actually adds. It says you have time for you have time for God, you have time for your things. It means a winning time period of solitude, of solo. And it just really clicked that I can literally redefine so many things in my life, because I was walking and I thought to myself, the way detachment is so beautiful, because I'm attached to like almost every single outcome. And I was walking, I'm just like, so if you, God forbid, lose your job, God forbid, something bad happens to you, many scenarios are popping up in my mind. And I was like, so you're going to be attached to every single one of those outcomes? Like for real? Like you really are gonna put that on yourself? Like, so life now can't just do what life does, because I would have attached myself to every single thing. So that means I'm not gonna live. And that thought just really freaked me out. And I was just like, I'm looking at this time from the moment that whole crazy thing happened to me till now. I've actually been winning in ways that I am choosing, because I'm saying I am lonely, to not see. So now whatever events happened are no longer a part of this, because whatever is in the past does no longer exist, right? So now whatever events happened, they're not even doing this to me. I am specifically doing this to myself, because I am saying to myself, I got a new MacBook. I'm saying, no, you didn't win. I started studying. I am saying, no, you're not worth studying. My savings that I've been locked up came out, and now I want to handle certain things, and I feel rich, and that was my hard work. I'm saying, nah, not good enough. Why am I saying this? Because no one else is here now, right? I have distinguished that I am lonely, meaning alone. So who is burdening me now? It's myself. And it just really hurt me. And I was like, when I get home, I am going to do this video, because you guys need to understand that you can redefine every single thing. The victim mentality, the attachment to every single thing that is happening on this earth will put you in spaces and places that you do not belong, that you do not deserve. And it will be your fault. Like, there has to be a moment where you realize, me not pouring into myself, me not doing every single thing that I have burdened everyone else to be doing, to a point where I feel rejected. So I feel rejected because this one didn't serve me. I feel rejected because this one didn't validate me. I feel rejected because this happened, that happened, that happened. Every single thing eventually will be what? Your fault. And as harsh as this video is sounding right now, but I need for all of us baddies to step into the identity that, yes, everything is your fault. And even the good can be your fault. Even you letting certain things brush off can be your fault. You rising above the situation can also be your fault. And the beauty of all those things being your fault, for example, planting a seed for a lily. The beauty of that seed that you'll be nurturing, because now the time that you spend wallowing, oh, I'm alone, but in solitude, it would be, I'm working hard. A lily will come out from that, and that will be your fault. Imagine the beauty of a lily being your fault, or a rose, or a peony, or whatever it is, that being your fault, rather than you grooming, you pouring into things that are sad, because that too will be your fault. Right now, I am understanding the concept of duality, and I understand that as above, so is below. So if there is this pain over here of like brokenness, hurt, pain, there could be another side to this of rising, beauty, flourishing, accomplishments, just so many other adjectives that describe a better you. Not to mean that there is no sadness in the space and you're not going through a particular emotions, but emotions are not facts. Emotions are just indicators. When you're driving and you just want to indicate to another driver so that you don't crash or hurt someone else, that you're turning left or right or going straight. If you're going straight, you're not indicating anything. You're on a fast forward movement. But if you're going to have to do a turn, you have to indicate to another person and to the situation so that it can be seen for what it is. And then you can turn safely. So emotions are what? Indicators. So the detachment of things is literally when the beauty of life will start to reveal itself. And like I said, I just thought of this like right now when I was going through my walk. Remember, when you're in a tough time and you're in a rut, when you don't know what is going on, go for a walk. Take time with God. Leave your earphones, go for a walk. And this is the revelation that just came through to me. And I am so happy that I decided to just make this video for you guys, because I feel so it feels so therapeutic to even say this out loud in this form, because oh my God, has attachments and it's all attachments. Attachments have really stolen from my life the currency of my energy, the currency of my joy, the currency of so many things, even money, from attachments, the time it takes away, because you're wallowing, you're stuck there. So attachments come with their own adjectives and things that fuel the word attachment, and those things will be facts. So attachments come with, your heart breaking deeper than it needs to be. It just, rid me of attachment, God. So I just thought I should share this with you guys. Just try your best to redefine everything. Yes, your feelings are there, but remember, they're not real. They just, again, indicators. So once they've indicated to you that, oh, you feel lonely, redefine that. It doesn't mean you cannot feel. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel. It doesn't mean what happened to you did not happen. But once it's in the past, you can redefine that too. You can say, whoops, next, and completely turn that page into something else that is your choice, that will be your fault. And you can choose beauty. You can choose bliss. You can choose to shine, you know? That is your portion. If you believe you are a child of God, if you believe he died and rose for you, that is your portion then. Why did he die and rise for you? What is this fight that was so deep that this guy had to reincarnate himself into coming on earth for blood to be shed for him to die for you? So you need to figure that out. It is there. It is there in all of us. And you need to figure out that beauty. Let go of these attachments, these earthly things that are happening. Remember that you are still spirit, and you can ascend and you can rise to higher dimensions, and you can have a Christ consciousness. Like the beauty of that positioning. Right now, loneliness means what? The freedom to do whatever. So imagine filling that space of the freedom to do whatever with the beauty of Christ consciousness, like that you can be better, that you can be more beautiful, that you can be, inside and out. That's what I'm trying to, because beauty is literally the inside. Imagine those possibilities. Solitude doesn't need to scare us. It could literally mean this is a new page and you can draw anything that you want to draw. You know what I mean? And I hope that you guys can really find that. And if you guys like this video, it is so heated. I know I probably sound all over the place because of, again, ADHD Diaries and having ADHD. But this is the beauty. This is literally the beauty. So my body crashed out because of ADHD, and it said, I want to feel or fulfill soul and emotions. And from this walk, because obviously you got to shake it all out, you got to exert the energy, that's what came to mind. Do you now see the beauty of movement, the beauty of just getting up and not like listening to your ADHD indicators as well? Because they bring you to these beautiful pictures, these portraits of just like, this is like Da Vinci kind of work. You know what I mean? Like, clock it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because, I needed to get that out, girl, boy as well. I needed to get that out, guys. Like, I needed to really get that out. So yeah, I hope it helps. I really hope it helps. Happy Saturday. Bye.